Ready for intubation. When they become apneic, we lose our end tidal CO2 and we can confirm that the jaw tone is flaccid. We hand off the bag and mask. We commence our laryngoscopy. We're making sure that we've recorded, so we've got a green flashing light. And we're going steadily in, visualizing structures as we go. Uvular, posterior pharyngeal wall, down to epiglottis, and then getting in the vallecula to lift the epiglottis to expose the cords. And now I'm ready for the bougie. And note, I do not turn away and look for the bougie. It's handed to me. And it's handed the correct way with the coude tip facing the patient, not the other way around. Now it's really important that I'm able to insert the bougie along the line of the airway and this axis here. If my assistant is standing well off to the side and the bougie's at this angle, I won't be able to manipulate it correctly. So the bougie needs to be allowed to come along this way. And also, I need to be able to move the bougie freely. If my assistant is holding it firmly in her fist, it loses my ability to manipulate it. So we use what's called the OK grip, so the bougie can move to a short degree within that limited range of motion, but it's not restricted if I want to manipulate it. I'll insert the bougie just enough to go through the cords. If I'm not sure of my view and I'm using a bougie, then I can feel for clicks and hold up. I can now ask for the tube. Bougie's in tube, please.
I'm threading the tube.
Now what can happen there is that the tube can catch a little bit, so the blue connector at the top can catch on the outer end of the bougie and it won't advance any further. And there's a little maneuver. Do you want to show us, Barbie? Yeah, just a tiny little manipulation of that outer end of the tube gets it past that to relieve that obstruction. It can now move freely. I then say, I have the tube.
I have the bougie.
Going in, and I'm going to do an anti-clockwise rotation 90 degrees to make sure the beveled edge of the tube does not catch on the arytenoids. I'll watch it go through, make sure the cuff is beyond the cords. Tube's in, bougie can come out, thanks.
Removing the bougie.
Thank you. Ready to inflate the cuff, and I'm going to maintain my view to ensure that the cuff stays below the cords and does not herniate. Brilliant, no cuff herniation. And now, of course, we'll confirm tube position with our monitoring our end tidal CO2. We connect the bag and squeeze.